In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a review of Tradingview, which I believe to be the best trading charts platform out there, whether you are a beginner trader or whether you are a seasoned professional. Tradingview has so many features. And I am going to be showing you a demonstration of all of these amazing features in this video today, so make sure you keep watching right until the end. Firstly, let me introduce myself. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Emily, and on Mindfully Trading, I share my journey as I grow and develop as a Forex trader, as well as some tips and tricks that I have found along the way. I originally started day trading the US stock market around about 5 years, and since then I have shifted to trading Forex, which I trade full-time, as well as being a full-time mother to 2 children under the age of 2. In fact, I had my second born just 2 months ago. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, hey, welcome back, and thank you for your amazing support for following me on this journey. If you want to join Tradingview and follow along with me, I have got a link below in the description. And if you are tuning in as I am recording and sharing this with you during the Black Friday week of November 2023, I do encourage you to purchase this week if you are considering purchasing, because you will get the best deals. I always make my purchase of Tradingview during this time of year. So let's jump onto the charts. Before I dive into the main review of this platform, which is also going to be a step-by-step guide through the different features that are included with Tradingview, I just want to share with you this page because it's super important that you don't miss out on the amazing offers that are on this week. It is Black Friday week. It is the last Friday of November this week, and as you can see, you can get up to 70% off your package with Tradingview. Now, the offer is available all week, so I definitely encourage you to sign up or to renew if you are already with Tradingview. There are 3 packages available to choose from, and I will talk more about them later in the video, but as you can see, I am currently in the premium, which is the most expensive, but that's because I always renew it at this time of year, even though at the bottom you can see here that my current plan has 160 days remaining. It doesn't actually run out until March of next year, so I don't need to review it, but I will, because all those extra days I get from renewing the 13 months that I will get access to the premium package, it adds onto my existing package, so I don't lose any days. I just get a longer subscription at this amazing discounted rate, which saves me 70%. So I wanted to just show that to you now. We'll talk more about that later. Let's get onto the platform and let's look at those great features that you get. So I've just loaded up my platform, and the last time I was on Tradingview, which was last night, I was actually looking at some of my long-term investments, because I predominantly day trade, but I also have long-term investments, and I try to keep them all separate from one another. So this is actually something I was looking at for Ethereum, one of the cryptocurrencies, and here I'm on the monthly time frame. Let's go through all that in just a moment. If you are new to this platform, I'm going to try and start from the basics and work my way through all these features so you can follow me during this little walkthrough guide. So as you can see, right in the middle of the screen is the graph where you can view the history of the price chart. This is the price chart for Ethereum. And straight away, before we even look into any features that are involved, one of the greatest features, in my opinion, of this platform is its usability, its user interface. It is so responsive and easy to use, which for me is super important. In fact, I'm going to show you a comparison of what I mean. So I've just loaded up my platform here on MetaTrader 5, where I execute my trades. I only execute in MetaTrader because I use Tradingview to analyze and plan my trades. And that's because the trading chart, the graph in MetaTrader, is nowhere near as good as Tradingview. As you can see, I have to click and hold on the axis here to move the chart up and down. It doesn't respond to the scroller on my mouse. I have to use the buttons here to zoom in and to zoom out. And it's overall just quite simple to use on the graph. For me, it's just not quick enough. It's not responsive enough. Whereas if I go back to Tradingview, although I can still click and hold the axis to move my chart up and down, I can use my mouse scroller to zoom in and out. It's a lot easier to just move around wherever I want to be. So if I want to really zoom in on some candlesticks so that I can clearly see where the open and the close are, I can do just that. I can position it wherever I want to put it. It might sound simple, but for me, that is a very important feature that is included with Tradingview. But to make this easier, let's start on the left-hand side and let's work our way around in a clockwise manner. So on the left here, you can see all of the drawing tools that come with Tradingview. Again, it's important to point out that I have the premium package, which is the highest package, but these drawing tools you do get with every package. The first one is simply just what you actually have here. I like the cross. Below that, we have got a series of options for lines. So you may be familiar with Trendlines, where you just draw a line on the chart. But there are loads of different ones. So there is a ray, which makes an anchored point where you click, and then you can just move it around to where you want it to go. There's an info line, an extended line, a horizontal line, if you just want to have a line across to show a specific point on the charts. Vertical line, cross line, there's every kind of line that you would want to put on your charts. There are also channels. So let's say that we want to use a parallel channel. We can just place it on one point, line up with another, and then as you move your mouse across, it creates a channel here. So that's helpful if you want to gauge a little trend like this one you can see here. There are quite a few different types of channels depending on your strategy and your methods of technical analysis that may apply to you. Personally, I don't use all of those. And Pitchforks, again, all of these drawing tools, you don't necessarily need to use all of them, but depending on your strategy, some will appeal to some people more than others. I have used the Pitchfork, I do like that, and the modified shift as well. And that's just basically helping you to gauge another channel on a chart. So let's use the modified Pitchfork here. Moving on down, the next button below is all about Fibonacci, and I love using Fibonacci. If you follow my channel, you'll know that that's incorporated into my strategy. I will include a video with more information above. But there are many different tools here for Fibonacci. So there's a Fibonacci retracement tool, and this is basically where you go if you are looking for a long from the low to the high, and you can bring up certain levels of interest, certain percentage points that mark a potential retracement area that price may make. There are also trend-based Fibonacci. So this is really useful for measuring a leg of a move. So if you want to measure the length of this little pullback here, you can use that. And when you drag it, it will basically give you that measurement. There are loads of different Fibonacci. I don't want to go through every individual drawing tool with you. So as you can see, there's the Fibonacci channels, there's fans, there's circles, spirals, wedges, pitch fans, all sorts. And moving on down, we've also got certain pattern drawing tools, which again may be useful for you if that is in your strategy. We then have this projection bar, which is really useful. You can use this to calculate a trade plan. So whether you are looking for a long or a short, so let's give an example. Let's say we want to go long here on Ethereum, and this brings up a box. This can be your stop loss, and you can use this for your target. And then it just gives you the figures in the axis here for your entry, your stop, and your target, and of course your risk reward ratio. There is the short version of this, and then there is also some more features here. Now there are also a range of different drawing tools just to help you with your reviewing. So it might not be to actually analyze what you think price will do, but more to make notes along the way. So a rectangle can be handy if you want to highlight a certain area of interest or a range. There are different shapes available for that, and there are also arrows. So if you want to remember this area for some reason, there are arrows available for that. Below that, there are different text and note options here. Again, if you want to write some text reviewing your trade. And again, it's so easy to just click and drag and move that around to wherever you want it to go. I do like using the call out. So let's say we took that trade and I want to remember that's what my note is referring to. That is a call out. And moving on down, you can even add different emojis. So if you want to really customize your reviewing, or if you want to share a chart with somebody and you want to add that extra bit of customization, there's an option for that. Below that, we do have this ruler measurement, which is handy for just measuring moves of price. You can use that with the mouse option, or you can just simply click and hold the shift bar and do the same here. And if you want to use the traditional method of zooming in, you can do that using this button here. Magnet mode can be handy to snap the drawing in place near the closest bar. So if you're just struggling to line up some of your analysis, some of your drawing tools, you can use it for that. Stay in drawing mode, that can be handy if you are wanting to plot a lot of trend lines and you don't want to keep moving back up here to find your trend line and do it over and over again. If you stay in drawing mode, then that means that you can just keep doing it like that. Lock all drawing tools, that's handy if you have lots of analysis on your chart and every time you move your chart you're accidentally moving your trend lines or you're accidentally moving a box. If you click that button that will just lock everything in place so you can still move your price chart around without affecting any of your drawings. And finally, if you have a lot on there, you can hide them all to just see a very clear empty picture of the chart. So let's move around here. So at the top left, that's obviously your personal information. So for me, this is where I can access my profile, my account and billing, all that kind of thing. Next to that is where you can actually look for your symbol. So let's go on to something different. Let's have a look at a stock for the example. And the one that comes to mind is my niece's favorite thing at the moment, which is Roblox. So I'm going to go onto there. And just to the right of that, you can see here, there are loads of different numbers. They represent the time frame. So at the moment, we're on the monthly time frame, which means that one candlestick equals 1 month of time. So there are so many different options here. If you are an investor, you will probably stick to the monthly or the weekly. If you are a swing trader, you may go to the daily, to the 4 hourly. And if you are a day trader, you may go to the hourly or even the faster time frames like the 15 minutes. There's even a 1 minute and there's even a 30-second chart. So any period of time that you would like, you can find there. I'm going to stay on the daily time frame for now. And you may notice that the chart looks a bit different. It's gone very flat. Well, the other great thing about this is along the bottom here, we can zoom out and in, but my favorite button is to reset the chart view. And that always just takes you back to the standard view of the chart. So moving on through, I have a few different options here for what the candles look like. I've got this set to the Japanese candles, which is my favorite, but you can make the candles hollow, you can choose to have bars, you can choose a line graph. There's loads of different options here depending on what you like. If you prefer to use, I can never pronounce this word, Heikin Ashi candlesticks, you can do that. But I'm going to go back to the normal candlesticks that I like to use for my analysis. And moving on, there's also indicators. So there are so many indicators. This is a super feature in Tradingview because you can use existing indicators such as moving averages or RSI or VWAP. You can even find indicators people have made. You may see the names here on the right hand side. And you can also write your own script. So if you are really clever and you write your own script for Tradingview, I believe it uses Pine Editor, Pine Script, you can do that there. I will come back to that in a bit. But keeping on through this little tour, you can set alerts. So let's say that I want to be alerted if it comes down to here. You can do it by pressing this little plus button and you can add an alert. And alerts are a very useful feature. I use these on a daily basis for day trading because it just saves being on the charts all the time. And you can really customize this. You can say where you want the alert to go off, whether you only want it once or every time, whether it expires. And on the notifications, you can even choose how you are notified when price hits that point. Another super feature that Tradingview offer, one of my favorites, is this bar replay tool. If you click on this, you may notice the panel that comes up at the bottom and you get this blue vertical line and these scissors. And that's because wherever I click, it will remove present data and it will go back in time, which is amazing for backtesting. If you want to go back in time and you want to practice strategies, run through some new strategies or practice existing ones, that's such a useful tool to use. And at the bottom, all you simply do is you can just click to go forwards in time, or you can even play it and it will just release them in real time. So it's very useful for practicing trading because you don't know what you're going to get. So you can actually trade in that way. And continuing on here, we've got different layout options. So I like it full screen because I like to have a clear view of what I'm doing, but there are so many different ways of having the chart. If you want to have maybe 2 different time frames open, if you are a day trader and you want the 15 minutes on one and you want the hourly on the other, that was the way I started trading. I like to have it like that, but since then I prefer to keep it simple and just have the one is enough for me to keep track of. And of course, just next to that is the option to save your chart layout. You can rename it, you can make a copy, you can do lots of stuff there. There are lots of settings that you can do on the chart. You can change the colors, you can change the appearance in many different ways, add a bid and ask price. add news events, you can do all sorts, and that's from that button there. And there's also an option here to take a snapshot, so you can take a little image of your chart if you want to save it for later. Another feature of Tradingview, one that I've not explored, and that's what this publish button is the community side. There is a big community in Tradingview where you can share your own trade ideas and you can chat with people. In fact, it sounds really fun and it sounds like something I'd like to explore one day. But at the moment, my 2 little boys are community enough for me, and I don't get a lot of time for much else than this that I'm doing today. So let's move on down this right hand panel here, and at the top we have watchlist. Now this is another super feature, one that I would not be without, and it quite simply is in the name. It is a facility to keep a watch list of different asset classes that you like to keep an eye on. So as you can see, I have my main watch list, which is the Forex pairs that I day trade. Here's pound dollar, Euro USD. Moving down, I also have a few indexes I like to keep an eye on, the DAX and the SPY. There's some commodities here. And then last night I was having a look through crypto. I was feeling quite cryptic and I was just going through different cryptos. And that's what I have here. I have quite a few on watch. But you can have multiple watch lists. You can create a new list. You can add a color flag if you want to have a color coded list. If you want to get really organized like that, there is the option to do that. And moving on down, you can view all of your alerts. So if you want to view past alerts, the next one is the data window. So this is handy. At the moment, it's bringing up data for WorldCoin against Tether, and it just gives you information based on the daily chart if you want to look at the figures. This is another really useful tool. I used this when I was day trading in the US stock market, and that is hotlists. So at the moment, it shows the top volume gainers for the US exchanges. So you can see here that at the moment, Tesla is on here because it's changed 0.3%. If your strategy relies on big moves like GPS here, gap is up 30% on the day. So that might be a useful tool of reference for you to look at. There's also an economic calendar feature if you want to keep an eye on the news and my ideas, but as you can see, I've not posted anything yet. There is a little area for a chat. There is an ideas stream, so you can view what other people are putting there. And that basically sums up the panel on the right hand side. Now, I'm going to just move to the bottom. If I move this out the way, this is my little shortcut list. So these are the main drawing tools I like to use, and I just have them there for ease of access. But along the bottom here, we obviously have the bottom axis that you can move around. Here is just another method of changing the time frame, and obviously on the right hand side you've got your time zone, which is another useful feature because if you are like me based in the UK, but if you want to trade the New York time, you can actually change that to New York so that the chart you view is New York time. And the bottom panel that you can see, there are even more features. Let's have a look at those now. So firstly, there is a stock screener. It's pretty much in the name. It is a facility where you can search for different stocks. Now, this is an amazing feature. I have used this before. I use this to have a look based on different data. So if you want a stock within a certain price or a certain volume, or you want something that's gapping up, you may look for something over a certain percent. Or with a certain market cap, you can enter all of these details and you can search for what you would like here. I even have, this is a template I made for gapping stocks, and I also have a momentum stock scanner set up here. So it's a way to customize and save time to look for something that matches your requirements for trading. There's also the Pine Editor tab. Now I mentioned this before, and this is a way to actually edit the code in your indicators. So at the moment this is brought up one of the indicators that I use, round numbers above and below, but you can use this to write your own code if you are able to do that. Next up is the strategy tester. It's not actually something that I've looked at. I should probably research that. But again, it's another feature that comes with Tradingview, and of course the trading panel. Now I get asked a lot about the trading panel, and it's not something I have actually used yet because I'm just set in my ways. I'm quite happy. If it works, it works. Don't try to fix something that's not broken. And I like to use MetaTrader for trade execution, Tradingview for analysis. But they do have a trading panel to bring everything into one platform. Now, as you can see here, there are a range of different brokers that have teamed up with Tradingview to enable you to do just that, to link up your trading account with Tradingview and to analyze and to trade from one platform, from Tradingview. Now, I have used some of these brokers before as well. I've used Awanda, I've used 8cap, I have used Pepperstone, and I've used Tickmill. and they've all been really good brokers. So it's something that you could definitely look into doing. There's also a paper trading option. So if you want to have a go at trading with fake paper money, if you want to practice your skills without risking money, you can do that from this area here. So in a nutshell, there is so much that you can do with Tradingview, and I think it's obvious why I love this platform so much, because it has absolutely everything that you need. It has all the features that you need, it has lots of extras, and it has lots of different assets. So there are stocks, there are forex, there are commodities, cryptocurrencies, bonds, futures, indexes, all sorts. You may have to pay an additional fee for certain exchanges. When I traded the US stock market, I had to pay an extra monthly fee to be able to see certain data by certain exchanges. But for the most part, at the moment, I don't do that anymore because I don't need to. I'm happy with the data I get access to for the fee that I am paying. So while I mention fees, let's have a look at the different options. If you are watching this video at a later date, the screen may look differently. I'm recording this specifically because it's Black Friday week and I want to share these amazing offers with you now so that you don't miss out. But there will still probably be some good offers throughout the year, or to be honest, the platform is amazing if you come to this later in the year anyway. But the packages will remain the same. There'll be the Essential package, the Plus, or the Premium. So let's have a look at those in more detail. It is cheaper overall if you subscribe and pay in one lump sum for the year, but if it's too much for you at the moment and you prefer to do it on a monthly basis, they offer a monthly subscription option as well. And if I scroll down here, you can just see the differences between the three different packages. Now, depending on your style of trading, these are the questions you've got to ask yourself. Is what features do you need? How many charts do you need access to in one layout? How many indicators do you use? Are you going to be backtesting? Do you need to use alerts? If the answer is no to a lot of these questions, you may get away with the cheapest package, which is the Essential package. Whereas if you are a very active trader, if you are particularly a scalper, if you have a lot of charts open, if you use a lot of indicators, if you are spending a lot of time backtesting, you may be better off with the Premium package so that you don't have any restrictions on the features you want access to. But if I scroll down here, you can see the ticks. They mean that you get those features. So for the most part, these are the features that you get no matter what package you choose. And then as I scroll down a bit more, you get these extra features here with the Plus package, the Middle package, and then the extra features that come with the Premium include these ones here. And you may be wondering, why have I gone with the Premium package? Well, the truth is that if it's based on features, I would probably just get away with the Plus package. But as you can see here, for an extra £1, you can get the Premium when you order it at this time of year, which is what I've always done. I've always placed my order with Tradingview coinciding with Black Friday week, even if my subscription isn't about to expire, because I just take advantage of the offers. And in doing that, I just choose the best package because that's just my choice. But you've got to make your own choice based on what you need from the platform. So you can always check out the three different options on the website, look at the comparison and see what's right for you. If you want to do that, there is a link below in the description where you can go straight to their site. Meanwhile, if you've enjoyed this video, if it's helped you out, please let me know, help me out in return by smashing that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.